What's going on, YouTubers? For ladies and gentlemen, it's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Reviews. We're on two shows from May 18th, 2021 with AEW Dark, and from May 19th. By the way, May 19th, I'm just saying. Storyline from WWE with Kane, just saying, from 2006, I meant to say. I was going to say 2006. But anyways. But yeah, May 19th, 2021 for AEW Dynamite. So, let's start obviously with first AEW Dark results from May 18th, 2021. This won't take long, but you have Taz and Excalibur on commentary at Daily's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. So, let's get right into it. Powerhouse Hobbs defeated Dean Alexander. Dante Martin defeated Falco. And no, not Falco from Star Fox. I don't even know who this guy is, by the way. But anyways, I digress. 10 defeated Rising. Chuck Taylor defeated Aaron Rourke. Yeah, Aaron Rourke. Yeah, now I think about the last name Rourke. You know, Mickey Rourke. So, Aaron Rourke. So, Lee Johnson defeated Fuego del Sol. The Dark Order's Evil Uno and Colt Cabana defeated Tom Vinish and Duncan Mitchell, I think. But there you go. But yeah, the Dark Order won. Cesar Bononi defeated Marco Stunt, as he should. Nick Camarado defeated Aaron Landis. Oh yeah. Serpentico with Dr. Luther defeated Sunny Kiss with George Miller at ringside. Yeah, basically Dr. Luther for Serpentico at ringside and George Miller and for Sunny Kiss at ringside as well. But yeah, it was just a match between Serpentico versus Sunny Kiss. Big Swole and Red Velvet defeated Vixen and Jasmine Allure. I don't remember if Colin King was at ringside for them, but I digress. Griff Garrison with Brian Pillman Jr. and Julia Hart at ringside. Griff Garrison defeated Dion Rushman, I think. Rushman, I think. Matt Sydal defeated Marty Caceres. Basically, Marty the Mark Martinez. So, Chris Stanlander with Best Friends Trent and Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy defeated Diamante. Nyla Rose with Vicky Guerrero at ringside defeated Reka Tahaka. Yeah. And Hanako defeated Morales, excuse me. And finally, the main event, Brian Pillman Jr. with Griff Garrison and Julia Hart at ringside defeated Dr. Luther. And that will conclude your quick results for AEW Dark. Because to me, Tuesday's Dark should not even happening, and it really doesn't even matter. Because Dark Elevation matters most. 16 matches were the total amount of wrestling. And my overall rating for the show, I'm going to go with a 6.5 out of 10. There you go. And that'll conclude your AEW Dark results from May 18th, 2021. And now let's get to AEW Dynamite results from May 19th, 2021. With good old J.R. Jim Ross, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone on commentary. And from the opening match here, Taz joins along on commentary. So, for this match, he's commentating Christian Cage versus Matt Sydal. The match that was pretty good. Back and forth action between these two. Now, I don't remember if they wrestled each other before in WWE when Matt Sydal was known as Evan Bourne. And Christian Cage was just called Christian. But these guys look like they've been doing it for years. And pretty good match here. Obviously, Christian Cage got the win. By the way, don't forget, I forgot to mention, prior to the previous from the Dynamite edition one, from last time, where Christian Cage was being interrupted by Matt Sydal of his promo. With Christian Cage's promo. Christian Cage added something to the because he knows about a Royale. That's gonna happen until nothing. And Matt Sydal is in it too. So I just want to point that out. Because I forgot to mention that part too. But yeah, good match though. With Christian Cage winning. After the match, Christian Cage touches up Matt Sydal, gives him a hug, and then Taz starts trash talking though on commentary, on the mic, as he invites Ricky Starks to the at ringside. Ricky Starks talks about how he's his own man. He's going to be out front and center. He's out not on the sidelines. Said that Christian Cage has some business to settle, and they're gonna have Team Taz come out. But as they're looking in the tunnelway, because we're all thinking they're gonna come out from there. Nope, they come out from from the other side instead for a sneak attack. Blindsiding both Christian Cage and Matt Sydal. Just let Adam Page coming out. He hands his drink to Ricky Starks. Just basically hold my drink as he goes to do his thing. But the thing is, Adam Page was doing his thing, but he got cut off. So then Ricky Starks starts drinking his booze as Team Taz stands tall over Christian Cage, Matt Sydal, and the Hangman Adam Page, and that was it. I mean, it was clever. It was done. Basically, build a little more heat and tensions with Christian Cage and Team Taz, especially with Christian Cage and Taz. And then more heat with Brian Cage with his to the Hangman Adam Page. So next we get to the Varsity Blondes with Julia Hart, where it tends to come to promote to the Young Bucks, because the Varsity Blondes are getting an AEW World Tag Team Championship title shot against the Young Bucks in the main event, which we'll get to that. But this promo was about Brian Pillman Jr. kind of promo about how the Young Bucks referenced that the reason why that Brian Pillman Jr. is in the business in the first place is because of his dad, and he said that could have been farther from the truth, because it was because of his dad that he stood away from the wrestling business, and it's also plugged the Dark Side of the Ring, since that whole thing too, and said that the Young Bucks are good with sense to stand up guys and all, but the reason that they are here tonight is not because of his dad and all that. It's because of his skills outside of wrestling. So yeah, that was a good promo there from Brian Pillman Jr. though. So then Griff Garrison says that he recalls potential Young Bucks meeting them and running their merch tables for years, and now they are in AEW, and now they changed and all that, and yeah, and they also pull over Julia Hart too as their manager, and they pray they praise that they're going to become the next tag team champions, which ain't gonna happen, but we'll get to that. But it's a good promo though, for Brian Pillman Jr. and for Griff Garrison for the most part. John Moxley and A. Kingston, wild things. Let's talk about to make a dent in the tag team division after they win the tag team titles. And put together a string of wins. Moxley and Kingston are inviting the Super Kick party. Kingston responds by neither of them during Super Kicks, and Moxley are basically saying that they're going to beat the bricks out of the Acclaim. So we get to the Acclaim, and the Acclaim are coming up most like Max Caster doing his rap to Eddie Kingston and John Moxley, especially to John Moxley, where it pertains to his wife Maria Renee, saying the court he's thinking about calling her up for an oral section, basically saying in a sexual way, but really referencing the podcast. But that was a nice clever way to put it in that way. And then Anthony Bowens was like, yeah, he was talking about being on the podcast, man. Get your head out of your gutter or something like that. So, it was just to that degree. It was funny. That was funny though. Very, very funny. And then he starts saying AEW, but as soon as he said those initials, Moxley immediately went to Anthony Bowens. And I said, wait a minute, you're going to Anthony Bowens, you're not going to Matt Caster? The Matt Caster the one who said that. But it's whatever. But Moxley and Kingston beat up on the Acclaim. So the match happens. It was decent. The Acclaim got destroyed in this match. I mean, they got some offense and everything, but the Acclaim got their ass kicked. Moxley and Kingston win. There you go. Alex Marvez, he asked Chris Jericho, who's with Dean Malenko. Alex Marvez wants to know what's your inner struggles answer. And he tells Alex Marvez to bounce before he has Malenko gets mad and go out to, and put him some 1,000 holes or something like that. So that's what happened. Alex Marvez left. Alex Marvez left. Excuse me, folks. I'm eating, by the way. In case you're all wondering what's that, why am I making that noise? Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, excuse me. They talk about their recent attack on Sting and Darby Allin. And he warned Sting to stay out of the way. Ethan, and also talk about Darby Allin down steps that was thrown down the steps a couple of weeks ago. Darby Allin losing the TNT title. Basically, recapping everything that's been going on with the Earth as of late. All of a sudden, Darby Allin comes out of nowhere. Sting comes out of nowhere. They beat up on Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, and then they bounced, and that was it. And that's going to lead. Basically, this will lead to. I should mention. As Sting got Scorpio Sky and Scorpio Deathlock, Scorpio Sky was tapping out and everything. Darby Allin, make sure that Ethan Page is getting the ring to stop it. Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, would leave. But then the Dark Order cut them went from the tunnel. That's what that mentioned. They came out of the tunnel. They basically cut them off, and then they ran away from the other side, and that was it. There you go. Not much about to say about that. But it's been confirmed though that it'll be Sting and Darby Allin versus Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, and this will be Sting's first ever live in-ring action since 2015. Since the whole Seth Rollins debacle from Night of Champions or Clash of Champions, whichever it was at the time. But I digress. Well, it's probably Night of Champions. I remember Clash of Champions was in 2017, if I recall, or 2016, whatever. The Pinnacle. We're at a restaurant. MJF was on, was mocking Chris Jericho for being so funny and all his jokes soaking them up with the bubbly. MJF reports that says meant to say that he hopes to see Jericho laughs himself silly. How great that MJF is, because the first time in his career he's dealing with a guy who also gets the last laugh. And that's Hogan's a promo. Where it says they should be chasing the titles, not having to deal with the inner circle. And it says that he goes to get some more wine. For several of the guys and everything. And Shawn Spears is waiting for him. Waiting for his turn. But he got tired of waiting, and he basically threatened the waiter. He took the waiter down on the table and everything. Like give me my drink already. Like I can't chill out, man. You're he's giving out everyone else's drinks of the Pinnacle. Like I guess Shawn Spears is showing the fact that he's a dangerous guy to be waiting patiently. I guess I don't know. But Teddy Blanchard tips the waiter said no trouble. About Wardlow, when this promo first started, this segment first started, he took the bottle of wine, and he told the waiter, "Get out here, I got this." He basically drank the whole thing, because Wardlow's a beast, by the way. So, Makes sense when drink the whole bottle. But anyways, but then let's see who finished it. I guess MJF finished it by saying, when you're in the pinnacle, you're always on top. And that was it. It was alright. I mean, the reason I said it was alright because Sean Spear, caught me off guard for there in this whole thing. He even called Dax Harwood off guard when Dax Harwood was in the middle of his promo, which he was actually doing pretty good this time with his promo. Not saying he's never been good in his promos, but this was one of his promos that I thought he was pretty good. So there you go. AEW Women's World Champion Hikaru Shida versus Reba or Rebel, with Britt Baker at ringside in a title eliminator match. So, Rebel faking the injury right off the bat, just to distract Hikaru Shida, and try to get a shot in there, and Shida didn't fall for it. But the match was basically it went to Hikaru Shida for the win. By the way, Shida won I think she won with the crutch, by the way, because Britt Baker tried to distract the referee, and Rebel at one point tried to use the crutch, but then Shida countered it. His with the crutch, I think, or against stick, I can't remember really. But basically makes Rebel tap out. As the match, Britt Baker gets in the ring to attack Shida. She brings on the title and goes for a curb stomp onto Shida on the title, and picks up the belt, holds up in the air, and yeah, I could definitely see that at Double or Nothing with Britt Baker becoming the new AEW Women's World Champion. Also, we go to what happened prior to what happened to Orange Cassidy after his match against Pac, where he's protecting the trainer room. Kenny Omega was having a stare down with Chris Statlander because Chris Statlander got in his face. Best friends with the two boy, Trent and Chuck Taylor, and they told him, hey, you guys can go, we come in peace and everything, blah blah blah, right? So basically, they tried to negotiate Orange Cassidy to sign a contract to get himself out of the match. He rips up the contract, and then what pertains to the second contract, the copy of the contract, how about you think this through, and before you make your decision, and basically trying to manipulate him, and to convince him not to take this match and everything. Because Kenny Omega is that type of heel now to take it the easy way out and all that. Instead of being the Kenny Omega from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Whatever. Well, we'll get to when we get to the home show edition of that event. So, which I'm gonna give that review itself up the platform of it. And maybe I'll show myself. Who knows? We'll see. The Inner Circle comes out. Ortiz, Santana. Oh, no, sorry, not Santana. Because he's still in jail. Because of the fork incident. I digress. But Sam Guevara, Jake Hager, and Chris Jericho. Ortiz says that, plain and simple, I want to fight. And Guevara says, this battle will never end between the two groups. Jake Hager says, they won't have a choice, but because they have since the beginning, they are the baddest. Basically talking about the Inner Circle. And says that if they don't accept, they are just like the Pinnacle, cowards. And Chris Jericho says, ultimately, what he heard loud and clear, if they accept the challenge, they have to accept the stipulation where they could break up. He wonders if it's worth it. If he wonders if Blood and Guts was worth it, and wonders they give a piece of themselves, they don't get that back. Jericho says that banged up with an elbow, that will heal. I'm pretty sure it will, because I'm pretty sure it's just a stinger or whatever. Says that that, but it won't heal is MJF throwing him off the cage. Oh my god! Yeah, that's the thing too. He mentioned that part. Like, I think it was best if you didn't mention that part, because we all want to forget about that spot, that failure ending finish of a spot. And they showed a replay of it again. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, who's allowing this to happen? Just keep showing the replay of this. Who's allowing a Joker to mention this? Why is that even needed? Why can't we just because you receive AEW received a lot of backlash because of that. And on top of that, was a couple of refunds being given back to the fans. Like, could you please stop mentioning that stuff and stop showing that shit? It's like they're proud of it. How can you be proud of something like that when you're getting backlash from this? It makes no sense. But basically, saying it was all worth it and everything. So they all agree, yes, Hell is coming for the Pinnacle, and that was it. Yeah, I'm not end it from there. The promo was alright. I'll say that. It was alright. That's what I'm gonna say from there. At least we got the answers, yes. So obviously there was no way they was gonna say no. So Tony Schiavone talks with Jade Cargill if she made her decision of what she wants, and she said that she's not working for anyone. Also, Mark Stringling shows up, interrupts, which Jade Cargill did not appreciate, and tells him that they get lost. And she was she's talking to Tony Schiavone like, do you believe this? He's how dare he do that to me? I agree, because Jade Cargill, she's a star, waiting to break out in the AEW. She's got the full total package potential to be, in the future in the women's division of AEW. And yeah, there you go. Because she looks like money. So Serena Deeb returns to defend her NWA Women's World Championship versus Red Velvet. First of all, folks, maybe just never mind. I can continue. The part something else that I forgot to mention pertains to this whole thing. But anyways, probably something to do with Dark Elevations or the Dark episode. I can't remember, but I digress. It was part of the Dark episode, if I can remember. But again, I digress. But anyway, this match happens, which they did a repackage for Red Velvet, which is her getting the shot against Serena Deeb. I'm assuming it was from the last previous edition of Dynamite. They did that, and then I think they did it here again. Either it was on here again, or it was probably on either Dark Elevations or on Dark. To help promote this match, for chance to Red Velvet getting a title shot against Serena Deeb for the NWA Women's World Championship title. So the match starts, and immediately Serena Deeb, she throws her T-shirt to Red Velvet to get the jump start. Like, that's something that a heel would do. And keep in mind, Serena Deeb just came back after her knee injury that she suffered in the match against Riho. Which it was the return of Riho too, by the way, which is in the Women's Eliminator tournament match. So, Serena Deeb, I'll see her working like a heel in this match, and she's going after the knees, the knee of Red Velvet. Red Velvet, she was holding on to in this match too, by the way, and she was excellent in this match too. This match was excellent. And then in the end, it was Red Velvet at one point was trapped in the figure four. And then returns to the Serenity Lock, which is the Tequila Sunrise, but she calls it the Serenity Lock. But Red Velvet got they get to the ropes though, or maybe it was in a way where the whole at first was applied first, but then it was not applied anymore that much anymore. And then second as she goes for a second one, and Red Velvet taps out. That was a good way to protect Red Velvet, because her the story here was that she went to the knee, Serena Deeb went to the knee of Red Velvet, and Red Velvet she couldn't take the pain anymore, unfortunately. So yeah, there you go. Serena Deeb got the win. Still the NWA Women's World Champion. And again, I look at this. I'm saying to myself, this look like that she I don't know if anyone even realized this. Not even the commentators. I'm pretty sure this is something that they didn't think of at first. But this look like Serena Deeb is going to be a heel, especially when we got Thunder Rosa, who's a baby face. So it wouldn't surprise me if that's the idea they're going with. But again, I don't know if that's what they I don't know if that's what they think of at first when they saw Serena Deeb working like this. Maybe they didn't know that Serena Deeb maybe they didn't know Serena Deeb was going to work that. Excuse me. Let me try this again. Maybe they didn't think that Serena Deeb was going to work that. Oh my god. Let me try again, folks. Maybe they didn't think that Serena Deeb was going to work like this. Working like a heel. Because based on how I seen it, she was working this match like a heel. Was she from beginning, and then we're attacking the knee and all that, and I think she was shouting at one point, not loudly, but shouting at the referee, which I think it was referee Aubrey Edwards. Yeah, I think she's gonna be a heel. Moving forward now, which I'll be great though. I love when she was a heel back in the days of the Straight Society in WWE. But that's Straight Society though. This one I want to see what Serena Deeb can do as a heel here, if that is the goal they're going with. But then again, like I said, when it came to AEW, they probably had no idea that was going on. But anyways, but there you go. But yes, but either way, excellent match. Backstage we see Alex Marvez talking with Pac. Pac was not happy, which he's never happy to begin with. Anyways, he says that he has his match now, and there's nothing that the Elite can do about it, and there's nothing you can do about it, Alex Marvez. And basically, he scares off Alex Marvez. I love that part, man. I love Pac, man. He's awesome. But yeah, this segment was worth it. Austin Gunn with Cody Rhodes and RNS at ringside versus Anthony Ogogo with the Factory at ringside. And basically Nick Camarado, Aaron Solo, and QT Marshall. So match happens. It lasted longer than a couple of seconds that Anthony Ogogo when he had his first match against that jobber. I don't remember who he was. This match lasted about 3 minutes, I guess. And Anthony Ogogo gave a gut shot to Austin Gunn, which he was bleeding from the mouth, and he goes for another punch. This time a pop-up punch to the stomach or face, I think it was, and it was a TKO. So Anthony Ogogo wins again, and he's gonna lose at double nothing against Cody Rhodes, which is unfortunate. Anthony Ogogo got the American flag and teased him to do something with the American flag. Cody Rhodes got the flag. All the referees came out to pull for the pull apart, whatever, or the hold it back, Cody Rhodes. And I'm like, okay, why is this needed? This is so stupid. Why does it have to be about anti-American versus American? Why? It is not needed, especially in AEW. If I want to see that type of shit, I'll see that elsewhere, not in pro wrestling. At least not anymore. Especially when WWE done that to death so many fucking times. I hate this, and I'm not looking forward to the match. And I'll get to why once I get to the Go Home show. Alex Marvez talks to Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, no more SCU, about them being disbanded. Christopher Daniels, all of a sudden, he didn't want to talk. He whispered in the ear of Frankie Kazarian and walks away. Now I don't know if that means that that's it for Christopher Daniels, that he's done with wrestling now. That he's just gonna be a backstage agent, a road agent for AEW now, since they're gonna be going back to on the road on July, which is probably great. But Frankie Kazarian says this: he doesn't have enough time to talk about how much Christopher Daniels means to him. But Frankie Kazarian says that Daniels may or may not be done. But Frankie Kazarian is moving forward. He lost a something last week, and he is going to hunt down every member of the Elite for what they did. And that was it. Basically, he's referencing, losing a tag team partner after all these years, And I think I heard something about him losing his father, recently. If that's what I heard, and if that is, I'm so sorry for concern for losing his dad. And my prayers, my thoughts goes out to the Kazarian family. If that's the case, because again, I heard about it, but I didn't have a chance to really look that up. So in fact, let me do that right now. Okay, yes, I just now read about it. May 18th, 2021 was a post that he posted. That his unfortunately his dad passed away. Due to a heart attack. At least that's what I'm reading. Yeah, it was no, actually no, I read it wrong. It was basically sharing the heartbreaking news that his dad passed away. There's no don't know what was the cause of it, but who cares? Is well, the important thing is Frankie Kazarian is going through something right now, and which is why I believe this is why they decided to have him taking time off because of the loss of his dad recently. So rest in peace to Frankie Kazarian's dad. I wish Frankie Kazarian and the family nothing but the best, the well wishes and Godspeed. So then we get to can't remember what oh yeah, the AEW TNT champion Miro comes out and basically came out and talked about the first time since winning a title, and and giving his strength and power to defeat everyone, and he thanks on the Lord himself, Jesus Christ. He talks about how he took out Darby Allin, and couldn't be taken, saying that everybody knows it doesn't matter if you're the baddest on the earth or the most popular thing in AEW. If he wants it, he's done. Miro says that he forgives Darby Allin and says all he has to do go home and make more of his college student videos. We want Darby. Just starts all breaking out from the crowds. And then Miro says, and basically Miro holds up the title and says, there's your Darby. Which I thought was great. And he says on next week's Dynamite, which is going to be on our Friday Night Dynamite. I think they do it because of the NBA games. They had to move on Fridays, for that one, especially during that week where it's going to be the Go Home Show edition for Double or Nothing. He says that he will defend the title, and also Lance Archer comes out on stage and tells Miro to shut the hell up. Archer says that he's been the monster here a lot longer than Miro has. Lance Archer says that he can't wait for Double or Nothing when he takes the title and makes Miro his Bulgarian bitch. Now I could say that to a man because it's fitting. As far as a woman, I can't because I had too much respect for women. So unless these type of women are evil, then I can call them that word. So, but Miro says the difference between them is that an old man doesn't hold him back. When he wants something, he just takes it. He tells Jake to stay away and says to Archer, always says everybody dies. And the truth by Miro, Archer dies first. So that was it. Great promo there from Miro. Good exchange from both guys. Miro killed it on the mic. It was awesome. So, it was announced that Sting and Darby Allin will be facing Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page for Double or Nothing. And there you go. The Young Bucks with Don Callis at ringside, and Brandon Cutler. Well, basically, with Don Callis, he goes on commentary. So, but Matt and Nick Jackson defends the AEW World Tag Team Championship against the Varsity Blondes with Julia Hart at ringside, which is Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison. Match happens. Pretty good match. Now obviously you got the Young Bucks, doing their changing tactics, and with the cool spray, and Julia Hart got involved, to stop that. Color on distract the referee and all that and everything. Basically, a lot of commotions going on. Match has some sprays the cool spray to Julia Hart, which she sold it like crap. I'll just say that. You know, that was not a good selling, and that was not good acting. Um, and I guess, you know, that's supposed to be you know, that's not supposed to blind you or anything. I mean, obviously it's gonna blind you, but it's not gonna really do damage to you and all and everything. Cause I really don't see the point of that. I mean, again, other than blinding you, that's it. It doesn't really hurt you. The cool spray, you know, that's basically what it is. The cool spray, you know, especially water. So, so, um, she's screaming, she's falling on the ground, like she's being over dramatic with that. Like, oh my god, terrible, terrible. She needs to go to acting class. I'll just say that. But in the end, it was you know, Young Bucks winning, basically burying Brian Pillman Jr., a guy that, you know, you're supposed to be pushing after the whole Dark Side of the Ring thing with Brian Pillman and everything, and, you know, crowds should be behind him after he gives you know, his emotional you know, words about what he said on Dark Side of the Ring, you know, for everything he's been through after his father passed, and this is how they booked Brian Pillman Jr. On here. Ridiculous. Good match though, but even though I knew it was going to be outcome, but they could have done more better than that. And then after the match, Wild Things comes out. Moxley and Kingston attack the Young Bucks. Knocked them out cold. They took their shoes, you know, the Nike shoes, you know, they're very expensive Nike shoes. But not, they didn't just go from there. Well, Moxley took his shoe on his, you know, it was basically was having trouble unleashing the shoes. But, you know, not just Kingston took the shoes, but Eddie Kingston also took off their socks. Like, what the hell? What was the point of taking their socks? Yeah, let's say you took their sneakers and everything, and we'll get to what happened with the sneakers on the Gong Show edition of Dynamite. But what was the point of taking their socks? I didn't get that at all. I made 0 sense. Whatever. But there you go, folks. That was your Dynamite review. Or should I say results from May 19th, 2021. Total amount of wrestling were 6 matches. 6 in my overall showing for the show. I don't recall what was my overall showing on the show. But the show though was still good though. So I'm gonna go over 8.5 out of 10. And there you go. And that being said, thank you all for watching. I'm almost there, folks, to catching up, playing catch up with all my All Elite Wrestling reviews. So thank you all for watching. For It's Natural Born Thriller, saying peace on the streets. Take care.